Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Jade Empire. Last episode we took care of a couple other quests that we happened to find out in the core of the Imperial City, things we just had to finish up. Now, I believe all of our side quests have been finished up, and all we have left to do is go into the Lotus Assassin Fortress here. Oh, this is going to be a one-way trip for a bit. Let's see what we find. Placing the token from the Lotus Assassin Recruiter in a recessed portion of this blessing board causes a barely audible click. The tomb opens. Oh. Alright, enter the Lotus Assassin Fortress. Come on.
Ah, I was told to expect a new recruit, and you fit the description. Well done braving the necropolis. A troublesome walk, but it weeds out the weak. I am the Watcher, and this is the fortress of the Lotus Assassins. It was built amid the graves of 1,000 generations, the tomb of the Emperor at its core. Come, I will show you to the Hall of Induction. If you have servants, they will be allowed to accompany you, but you are responsible for their actions.
Noted. Let us proceed.
Formed from the defunct Order of the Lotus Assassins are an extension of the Emperor, as dictated by Death's Hand, and implemented by Grand Inquisitor Jia. Thanks to her direction, we are becoming the face of power in the Empire. The Imperial Army will soon be stationed only at taverns and fish markets.
Little bugged here?
The great Golem army constructed here will spread across the Empire. Our masters will be all-powerful. You will assist if you survive. Weak recruits die quickly. Master Gang is one of our trainers. He will be your master as you seek to become an assassin. He is harsh, but his knowledge will be invaluable to you. You will find him at the opposite end of the Hall of Induction, near the entrance to the central chambers. Do not keep him waiting.
I may for a bit as I explore. I want to ask you some questions.
What would you like to know?
Tell me about the leaders of the Lotus Assassins.
Death's Hand is the one who brings us the will of the Emperor, but Grand Inquisitor Jia rules in his absence.
Tell me about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand rules us all. We obey him in all things, for he is the will of the Emperor. There is no more to tell. Our lives are his.
Tell me about Grand Inquisitor Jia.
Grand Inquisitor Jia is the foremost acolyte of Death's Hand. She was one of the first converted from the old Order of the Lotus, and she is fearsome in her power. You would be wise to never even give the appearance of challenging her. She takes offense easily, and even masters have been killed for displeasing her.
Where can I find Grand Inquisitor Jia?
She is not found by just anyone. Excel in your tasks, and perhaps you will be blessed with her attention. Fail, and you will be cursed with it.
Noted. I have other questions.
I will answer, but you should not delay your duties.
Tell me about this fortress and the Golem army.
This was to be the tomb of the Emperor. It rests in the heart of the necropolis, the accumulation of thousands of years of the Empire's dead. It was the perfect place to begin constructing the utterly loyal Golem forces the Emperor demanded through Death's Hand. We could harvest all the spirits we need.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by harvest? Do you harvest bodies from the necropolis?
No, you fool. We harvest spirits. Many linger where their bodies interred, although the freshly dead produce a far more responsive golem.
Oh!
We now exclusively butcher slaves for this purpose. If you are lucky, you will be allowed to help in the process.
Oh, goody. Why are you constructing golems?
They are the perfect soldiers. Unrelenting, obedient, The ideal that all Lotus Assassins aspire to achieve. Slaves that die to be golems are blessed.
That's arguable.
The Imperial Army is weak, filled with questioning generals that do not know the path to glory. Even we assassins envy the pure subservience of a golem. Soon the will of the Emperor will be plain, and Death's Hand will step aside so he can enforce his glorious vision openly. Opposition will be impossible.
Yeah, that's not really concerning. Why does he need golems? Who would dare oppose the Emperor?
There are those that think the Emperor must serve the will of the people, but they are traitors in disguise. His glory is our glory. Death's Hand will make it so.
Sheesh. I have other questions.
I will
Did someone try to enter the fortress just before I did?
I saw no one. Only the most skilled of our number can enter this place without my knowing. I am the Watcher.
So Zoo managed to get in. I don't have any more questions.
Go to your teacher, Acolyte. Do not keep him waiting. The far end of the hall, at the entrance to the central chambers.
Noted. Thank you.
Find Master Gong. Once we are close enough to the heart of the assassins, we can prove Death's Hand is behind this golem army.
We'll do what we can. Thank you for the autosave. Oh, look. There was nothing in there. Let's see. Door we can't go in. Focus shrine, very useful. Who is this? Another new acolyte. We'll make sure you know your place. Oh, will you now? Look, we have fresh blood. Another soul for the forge or a new pet for the masters. We don't need more competition for attention.
With the rise of the golems, we acolytes have fewer opportunities to serve. You are unwelcome.
I only seek to serve the Lotus Assassins. Let me pass. We all serve, but those who serve are not all equal.
We are losing status to the golem army, and you want to take more attention away from us? I think you need to prove your worth.
If you insist.
Do you think yourself worthy of making such a demand? What proof are you worthy of?
Should he prove his worth? No, he can defend it or die. Your masters will not like this. I am an accepted recruit. Accepted, yes, but not tested. If you die here, clearly you are not capable of joining us. We have no need of acolytes that cannot even reach their master. You! Kill this fool. You can certainly try.
More blood to stain my hands. A badge of honor.
Prepare to die. I can't see! Oh, Jesus! Bah, you are skilled, but assassins are not just quick steps and cuts. We will see if you are strong enough. This isn't over. I literally cut off the guy's head! What do you expect? Zoo.
So, there is no discouraging you. You have come to the heart of the assassins, and you already have enemies. Are you certain you are ready for what you will learn here? I don't think the choice is yours anymore. This is my realm, where my demons hide. You will be forced to see them. We have discussed much in our time together, but not everything. I left some things buried, but now you have descended to their level.
Whose side are you on, Zoo?
Whose side is worthy of having me? Is your motivation so clear now that you walk these halls? Go. Your new master is waiting. Secure a place near the heart of the assassins, and you will be near your goal. Grand Inquisitor Xia is key.
Be careful of him. I never believed he was on our side.
I'll be wary. Alright, so these must be the golems. Sheesh. Really are quite a few. I'm reminded of seeing those golems standing there like that. I'm reminded of, I can't remember the name of the place, but there was a tomb found in China, I believe it was, that consisted of something like 1,000 or more of those kinds of statues in the back. Each one of them looking completely different. It's really a fascinating kind of place. Something to look up. I just can't remember what it is. Merchants. Okay, let's see here.
Eh,
who are you? An acolyte not even in robes yet? Go sweep up after the golems. You don't have the authority to order anything from me. I have my own silver. You're not above personal sales, are you? Well, you still have a bit of personality about you. It won't last. They strip their recruits down to the essentials. Eventually you'll be just another mask. My name, if you are still of a mind to care about names, is Merchant Kia Jong. What can I do for you? Your surname is Kia? I knew a Kia Min once. Did you? I have a niece by that name. Is she well? The last I saw of her, she was well. That is good to hear. It's been years. She was training at some out-of-the-way school, if I recall. Were you a classmate? What does she look like now? Fine girl. No. I remember now, her hair was tied in many small knots. Yes, that sounds like Min. Her mother wears it that way. Since you are a friend of the family, I'll give you a bit of a discount. You can enjoy it until the Lotus Assassin strip your will, anyway. What do you have for sale? Oh, this and that. I don't stock much for the individual assassins. I mostly bring in large parts or supplies for their machines. Have a look. A couple gems. Gem of Struggle. Only close fist. Every worthwhile goal requires hardship and struggle. A victory gained with ease means nothing. The struggle defines the worth of a goal. A true step on the path to power demands it. Only one who would seize and command his fate knows what true struggle is. The lives of those lost along this path to power aid those who would follow in their footsteps. In Dire Flame style. Practitioners of Dire Flame can throw bolts of fire, project explosive fireballs, and even summon dragon-like burning constructs that immolate enemies with tongues of flame. Sometimes the sight of a fighter wielding the power of flame is enough to reduce the bravest of opponents to begging for mercy. I'll take that. I don't think there's anything else I have to sell. Thank you. Alright, let's continue looking around this place. Mold Masters?
What is this? Another acolyte feeling their way around in the dark?
It takes some time for their eyes and skin to adjust. For the first few weeks, they're as easy to kill as newborn kittens.
You can try.
What do you want, acolyte? We've done our work for the day and don't want to be disturbed. Unless the press is broken, leave us.
What is your purpose here?
We keep the Golem Press functioning. Without us, the machines could not keep up the ambitious pace that Grand Inquisitor Xia has set.
It takes 2 minds, 2 pairs of hands to control the inner structures of the press. You fools just see the controls. Inside the machines, it is impossibly complex.
Tell me about the Golem Press.
You would not understand the complex balance of gears and sorcery that makes it function. Even flyers are simpler creations.
Who built the press?
By the will of the Emperor, Death's Hand had it created.
With parts stolen from some great celestial furnace.
Oh.
That's nonsense. Not everything our craftsmen create is stolen or gifted from somewhere else. We have the capability on our own.
Okay. Let's go back to my other questions.
If we must, what do you want?
What is your purpose here?
We keep the golem press functioning. Without us, the machines could not keep up the ambition.
It takes
Okay, I guess we don't have anything else. Goodbye.
Leave us, Acolyte.
Thank you for not trying to kill me. I appreciate that, at least. Okay, I'll take the Spirit Font. A little bit of healing. Oh!
You are falling behind, gang. Grand Inquisitor Jia is not happy, therefore I am not happy. If your work does not improve, I will have to stop taking credit for it. The latest battalion of golems stand idle because of you. If the production of the Jade Golem is delayed again, perhaps your soul will fuel our next attempt.
The Jade Golem?
I trust I have made myself clear.
Yes, Master Shin.
Wow.
I thought so. Do not let anything delay you further. It would be a shame to once more remind Grand Inquisitor Jia how incompetent you are. Yes, an absolute shame.
Something tells me I'm going to be helping this guy.
What do you want? So help me, if you're just some wandering slave, I'll have you butchered to color the clay golems.
I am not.
Wait, no. You are the one I was told to expect. A new recruit. As if I don't have enough trouble watching over the other fools in my care.
You will find me a competent assassin, I assure you.
You are no assassin yet, fool, despite what you may have achieved outside. Here we strip you down to nothing and rebuild you as we like. If you survive, then you will be an assassin. For now, you are a Lotus Acolyte, and your life expectancy is not long. Follow me down to the central chambers when you are ready to begin your indoctrination. Do not keep me waiting. A battalion of golems stand idle.
Okay. Noted. I don't think there's really anything else I have over here. That door won't open. So I guess this is the only door we have. Well, down we go. Well, that's...
Damn the heavens for the fools I lead. I am destined to suffer for their incompetence, and I have one man to blame for it. Shin.
Shin?
The old scorpion had one of his followers shatter a spirit shard during training. There are ghosts everywhere. I've lost 8 slaves and 3 acolytes to them. You, new blood, get over there and occupy those ghosts until I can get real Lotus Assassins to clean them up. Golem production cannot be delayed by this.
He has no confidence in you. He does not know your worth.
Clearly.
Go on. It's your first sacrifice for your new life. I'm sure it will be glorious.
I'm sure. But perhaps we can explore around a bit first. Maybe find something interesting. Keep bothering me and you won't survive being an acolyte. Your spirit could power a golem as well as any slave. Nothing in that cabinet. A second time I find something with nothing in it. Oh! Oh, this is quite a bit of stuff. Keeper of the Archive.
Greetings, young Lotus Acolyte. I am the Keeper of the Archive. What can this humble servant of the Order do for you?
How long have you kept your archive?
Our Order has existed for 20 years. I have chronicled our new role and rise to glory. Much is mundane, minor shifts in power, the results of various campaigns. True secrets are held only in the minds of Grand Inquisitor Jia and Death's Hand.
I want to ask about what... the assassins need a historian. That cannot be your only duty.
I fight. I bear the stains of bloodshed with pride, as all assassins are trained to do. But records must be kept, if only to know who to make examples of. You will not find an assassin who is shy about killing, Acolyte. None of us are here to learn to be vicious.
I want to ask about what is in the archive.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent or old entries, you must give specifics.
Tell me about the Lotus Assassin leadership.
All you are allowed to know of your masters is that Death's Hand is the will of the Emperor, and Grand Inquisitor Gia rules this place for him. Obey their wishes when they are made apparent to you, or you will be destroyed. That is all an acolyte needs to understand. You may, however, ask about your Master Gong. He is not important enough to warrant secrecy.
Alright, tell me about Master Gong.
A thoroughly average assassin relegated to indoctrinating acolytes due to his failure to demonstrate leadership qualities. He is not well liked.
Noted.
His mediocrity is magnified by the successes of Master Shin, an assassin who arrived at the same time and is catapulted through the ranks. Coincidentally, Master Shin is the one who personally documented many of Gong's failures. There is, of course, nothing strange about this.
Alright, let's go back to my other questions. Tell me about the time the Order was formed.
You are permitted to know that Death's Hand returned from Dirge as the Emperor's trusted confidant after all others around him proved to be traitors. After defeating the Drought, the Emperor was no longer a slave to the natural order of things. He needed utterly loyal disciples to replace and kill doubters. The Order of the Lotus was quickly transformed from its weak role under Prince Qin. Death's Hand was the new way, and those who disagreed were destroyed.
Mostly. No one questioned such a brutal change.
All who did were killed, except one who first hid his doubt. On a mission to cleanse a traitor's family, he rejected Death's Hand and turned on his fellows. The bodies were unrecognizable. More have died to him over the years, but few remain who know his face. He was our most skilled, most vicious, and most hated.
Zoo. So this rogue assassin escaped punishment?
He escaped death, but there is no greater penalty for a Lotus assassin than to be removed from the sight of Death's Hand and our Emperor. No doubt many of his years have been worse than death. Once you are truly indoctrinated, you will know the hunger to serve that such loyalty brings.
What was this rogue assassin called?
His name is not spoken to the acolytes. You must understand that to oppose Death's Hand is to lose all connection to your masters. Even if you live, you do not exist. There are few fates worse than being reduced to nothing. Lotus assassins can belong nowhere else. Service to Death's Hand is your life.
What was so different in the way you were trained?
Master Gong has been lax in indoctrinating you. No doubt he wants to make use of your fiery disposition before stripping you of it. You will come to understand. Soon you will have nothing else but your life here. Your role as a Lotus assassin leaves no room for anything other than loyalty to Death's Hand and the Emperor.
Okay then, back to my other questions. Tell me about recent campaigns.
Slaves continue to be brought to the fortress from the wall, and unimportant villages that have no voice to object. Our golem force continues to grow. Operations in Tian's Landing have temporarily halted, but we received glorious news that a hated enemy of the Emperor has been delivered to the palace.
Master Li.
The accomplices who hid him were butchered, their pitiful village razed. We look forward to a day when all who oppose our masters are dealt with.
Who was this enemy?
It is unimportant. All that matters is that he was caught. We don't need to know any more than that. It is a glorious validation of all that we do to serve our masters.
Alright, goodbye.
Goodbye, Acolyte. Serve our masters well.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to take a look at these little books back here. Let's see. First, a book stand. The Grand Inquisitor's Will. In your obedience to Death's Hand, do not neglect to heed the complex demands of our Mistress Gia, second in glory only to the Hand of Death himself. Our Mistress demands that all of her servants think clearly and completely in all that they do. She expects that all Lotus Assassins exercise their minds as thoroughly as they suppress the impulses of their hearts. As Grand Inquisitor, Mistress Gia knows all things that happen within the fortress and without. Not even the deepest secrets of the most remote places in the Empire escape her knowledge. Mistress Gia demands that we be cunning, ruthless, and complete in our loyalty to her master and ours, Death's Hand. To disrespect her is to disrespect the Empire, the Emperor, and Death's Hand himself. Let's see this one. Configuration of the rabbit. Okay, that's going to be useful. Another book stand. The Way of the Lotus. Many acolytes misinterpret the tenets of the Lotus Assassin Order. Stated simply, there are no tenets save one: obedience. Some believe we preach strength overall, but one must be strong to even be considered for recruitment. We are assassins, not monks. Our order does not teach as much as act. Leave the teachings to the scholars in their wasteful garden. Our mandate is to serve the will of the Emperor through Death's Hand and Grand Inquisitor Gia. Because they demand strength, we give them strength. Because they demand cunning, we give them cunning. Most of all, they demand obedience, and so we give them obedience. To do otherwise would be to spit in the eyes of those who hold our spirits in their hands. Acolytes may create philosophical justifications for the lies they have chosen, but in the end, our master's wills are the only truth and the only law we serve. And here, the undeniable fire. Of all the threats the young Jade Empire faced, the greatest was the barbarian warlord Zhang Sai. Titled The Tree That Defies the Fire, Zhang Sai managed to organize the barbaric horse lords into an efficient and deadly machine of warfare, conquering much of the lands to the west and north of the Empire before coming to bear on the borders of the Jade Empire itself. Zhang Sai, whose savagery denied even the great wall built to keep his people out, led his hungry, maddened people to attack our fledgling empire in a rabid attempt to destroy all that would become our advanced and prosperous civilization. So vicious and deadly was Zhang Sai's attack that it roused the insular spirit monks from their temple in the land of howling spirits to come to the Empire's aid. Left unconquered by the devouring Horse Lord army, the monks of Dirge stood alongside the Empire, and, in a great battle recounted by sages, playwrights, and scholars around the known world, laid waste to Zhang Sai and his ravenous army of wild bowmen. With the help of the monks from Dirge, the Empire finally burned down the tree that defies the fire, and our glorious land has never since faced so deadly a foe. So that's the equivalent of the Mongols, then. Just another acolyte in here. Just a Lotus Assassin. Let me see what the configuration of the rabbit says. You stumbled across an obscure diagram that seems to indicate a configuration for a machine. A small stone with medical runes surrounding it seems to be a key component. The rest of the diagram shows a connection between some sort of lightning-enshrouded globe held by a mechanical arm, which seems linked to a pagoda or pyramid-topped machine belching smoke, which in turn seems connected to a series of large gears. The diagram has a series of dragon etchings in the corner. Whether or not they're related is hard to say. So it's the cow bezoar as the fuel, the dragon as the button, and the things we hit are the conductor, the smoke machine, smoke chimney, and the whirling gears. Okay. Gong, do you have anything more to say?
I gave you an order, Acolyte. Go spill your new blood on those ghosts while I get some real assassins in here.
Okay. And with that, I think this episode has gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll head further into the fortress and see what we can find. We'll handle this, and oh, I just noticed the Death's Hand mask up there. Next episode, we'll go in, prove that we can take care of the ghosts ourselves, without your help, and continue on. But that'll be in the next episode, so until then, I am Chester44, that is Jin and Silk Fox. This has been a Let's Play of Jade Empire, and I shall see you all next time.